Okay, well, let's sink into your why today and sink into your life mission and all these juicy things that hopefully will help invigorate and uplift and inspire everything that you do. So, we're going to get nice and juicy today. So, I invite you to sit down in a comfortable position. We'll just sit cross legged here at the beginning if that feels comfortable for you. And we'll go ahead and start by bringing your hands to prayer to the heart. So, bringing your palms together, bringing them down to your chest. And taking a nice deep breath in, breathing in through your nose. And a big HA breath out through your mouth. As you breathe in, allow yourself to fill your body with oxygen, all that pranic life force energy. And as you breathe out, just releasing anything that might have happened earlier this week or earlier today. And one last deep breath in, filling your belly, filling your ribs, filling your chest, and a big HA breath out through your mouth. As you sit here, I invite you to close your eyes. We'll set an intention together for this practice to let this practice take whatever shape or form it's meant to take. To release any expectations on ourselves or on our bodies, to just be here with nothing to do, nowhere to go, and nothing to worry about for the next 90 minutes. We get to just be here, sinking deeper into the relationship with our body, with our mind, with our soul, finding the clarity that's ready for us to see, and honoring our bodies, honoring each moment and being fully present. Knowing that this practice, whatever it looks like, will be perfect because you're the one experiencing it. Setting an intention to honor your body if anything ever feels too much on your body, to allow yourself to take it easy, to always return to a child's pose when you need, to honor the flow and rhythm of your cycle. And while we're here, if there's an intention that you would like to set for your practice today, a personal intention that feels right for you, I invite you to set that intention, following your intuition and your gut with whatever arises. You can breathe into this intention. Notice your chest expand and collapse with your breath. Notice any sounds that you hear around you. Notice the floor beneath your body. Notice any sensations on your skin. When you're ready, you can blink your eyes back open and come back into this space. And we'll go ahead and start our practice today with a breathwork series. So we're going to do a vinyasa breathwork, which just means that we're combining 3 breathworks together into a series to help us get our energy pumping, clear our mind, balance our energy so that when we go into our life mission meditation, everything's kind of cleared out for us. So it'll be easier to meditate. When we start meditations with breath work, it often prepares our body and our mind to be able to naturally go into a state of meditation instead of trying to force ourselves to be really still or really quiet or force our mind to not wander. It helps to prepare our body and our mind so that that's just a natural state for us. We just naturally go into a state of meditation, which always takes practice. So we're going to start with Bhastrika breathing. So we're going to go through each of the breath works, and then we're going to combine them together for our actual series. So for Bhastrika breathing, I invite you on your inhale to blow your belly up, push out that air, and as you exhale forcefully out of your nose, you're going to snap your belly button back in towards your spine. On your inhale, you're going to blow your belly up. And on your exhale, forcefully exhaling through your nose, you're going to snap your belly button back. Trying this for a few times here just to get the coordination. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. And notice as you pump your belly in and out, it's almost like you're fanning a fire within your stomach. It's like fanning a flame, like bellows. As you inhale, you blow it up. As you exhale, you snap it back. Beautiful. You can place your hand on your stomach too, if that helps. We're going to do this breath in part of this series. Now, the next breath following this that we're going to go into is we'll go straight into alternate nostril breathing, or Nadi Shodhana. So when we do Bhastrika breath, we're forcing all of that stuck energy that might be in our solar plexus and our body. We're kind of pumping it and forcing it up our spine. We're forcing it around our body. We're getting anything that's stuck, unstuck, for a lack of better words. So when we go into alternate nostril breathing, I invite you to place your thumb on your right nostril and breathe through the left. Place your ring finger on the left to breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Block it with your thumb. Breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left. Block it and breathe out through the right. And then following our alternate nostril breathing, we'll do our last part of this breath sequence that we're going to be doing at times. So just getting used to these breaths first. You're going to take a deep inhale, filling your belly, filling your ribs, filling your chest, and you're going to hold the inhale at the top. And as you do this, if it feels right for you, you can engage your Kegel muscles or your pelvic floor by pulling the base of your pelvic floor up and in. That pushes the energy up your spine, and we'll just hold the air in for 1 minute. Knowing that it's okay if 1 minute feels a little long on your body. When you get to your edge where your mind and your body wants to take that exhale really badly, I invite you to ask your body to be calm, to tell it that you are safe, that it is okay, and then hold it for 1 extra second before slowly and with control exhaling. And I'll be guiding you through this as we do it as well. So you do not need to remember all of this. But just to give you an idea of the series we're going to do, the reason we do this series is like Bhastrika breath, like I said, we're getting all that energy unstuck. When we do alternate nostril breathing, we're sending that energy into beside our spine. We have these 2 energy channels called your Ida and your Pingala, and they wind their way through your chakra system and up your spine, and they meet up in your brain. And when we do alternate nostril breathing, we're balancing and sending energy through those energy channels. One is our masculine energy channel and one is our feminine energy channel. After we do alternate nostril breathing, what ends up happening is when we take an inhale in and when we hold the air in, we're sending all of that energy that was going through our Ida and Pingala up in through our spine, which is our straight energy channel called your Sushumna. We're sending all the energy up into your pineal gland in your brain, which is where we connect to our intuition, where we connect to higher powers, where we connect to dimensions beyond just this dimension. That's kind of our spiritual eye. And we are actually, there's crystals that live right in our pineal gland. And when we do this exercise, we're dissolving those crystals so that we can open up our third eye even more. That's a little bit of a background of why we do this breath. It helps us clear our mind, and it also has beautiful physical benefits and spiritual benefits. So we're going to go ahead and do this for 1 minute each breath, and we'll do it for 3 rounds. So taking a deep breath in, getting ready. I'll guide you through all that we're doing. And start. So starting with Bhastrika breathing, forcefully inhaling to push your belly out and forcefully exhaling to snap your belly in. Starting at the pace that feels good for you as you breathe to get the coordination. And when it feels good for you, you can start speeding up your breath. Thirty more seconds. Speeding up your breath for the last 10 seconds. And going straight into alternate nostril breathing, breathing in through the left, blocking it, and breathing out through the right. Breathing in through the right, blocking it, and breathing out through the left. Continuing this breath at your own pace. If one of your nostrils is clogged, you can also breathe in through both and just visualize the air coming in and out through the other. And as you do this breath, I invite you to focus your attention on your third eye, which is right between and above your eyebrows. And either allow your eyes to close or let them rest gently on one spot in front of you. Going at your own pace. And take a nice deep breath in, filling your belly, filling your ribs, filling your chest, holding the air at the top. Draw your pelvic floor in and up, and we'll hold here in this inhale. Notice how your body feels, how your energy feels. Focus your attention on your third eye. Witness any tingling or pulsing in your body. Witness if your mind wants you to take that exhale. Reassure it that you're safe. It's okay to hold this air in. We have 15 more seconds, but if you need to take your exhale, that's okay too. Taking it nice and controlled. 8 seconds left if you're holding. And exhale, nice and controlled out through your nose. Take a moment just to notice how you feel without judgment. We'll go ahead and go into our second round. Starting with Bhastrika breathing. Focusing your attention on your third eye, either closing your eyes or focusing them on one spot in front of you. Inhaling to blow your belly up, exhaling to snap your belly back. Take a nice deep breath in and begin alternate nostril breathing. Breathing in through one nostril, blocking it, and out through the other. Focusing your attention on your third eye. Noticing the circular rhythm of your breath as you breathe in through one nostril and out through the other. Notice if your mind wanders, just bringing it back to your third eye. Take a nice deep breath in, filling your belly, filling your ribs, filling your chest. Hold the air in at the top. Engage that Kegel muscle, or it's called your Mula Bandha, and hold. Just witness and observe your body and your mind being in the space between your breaths. 10 seconds. And breathe out. Noticing any shifts in energy in your body. Being gentle and compassionate with yourself, knowing that breath retentions take practice and that wherever your inhale and breath retention is today is beautiful. We'll go ahead and do this one last time. So getting ready for Boschik breath and forcefully breathing out, pumping your stomach out, and forcefully exhaling, snapping your belly button back. Twenty seconds left. And going straight into your alternate nostril breathing. At your own pace. And take a nice deep breath in through both nostrils, filling your belly, filling your ribs, filling your chest. Engage that Mula Bandha and hold. Just witnessing and observing your body and your energy and your mind. And exhale, nice, slow, and controlled. And sit here for a moment with your eyes closed, just noticing your body, any shifts of energy that you have. Enjoying and being present in this space. And from here, we'll go straight into our meditation. Tuning into your breath, noticing its comfortable pace and its comfortable rhythm today. Allowing your mind to quiet, your body to quiet. And from here, I invite you to visualize a rainbow tunnel, a beautiful rainbow tunnel. And when you're ready, I invite you to walk through this tunnel, noticing all of its vibrant colors and energy. And on the other side, you'll find yourself in your ideal environment, your perfect environment. Maybe this is a meadow, maybe it's the ocean, maybe it's a city or even a place. Maybe it's imaginary. But as you exit this tunnel, I invite you to visualize and be in that perfect world, that perfect environment. As you step into it, how does it feel beneath your feet? What is the texture of this world, of this place? What do you hear around you? If you're in a meadow, do you hear birds? In your unique environment, what do you hear? What do you feel? Is your body brushing up against anything? How does your body feel in this space? What do you see around you as you turn around in a big circle? What do you see around? What does this environment look like? And while you're here, wherever you are, I invite you to sit down. I invite you to sit down, tune into your breath, and notice how you feel in this space. What kind of emotions or feelings are arising? Maybe it feels calm. Maybe it feels like there's no pressure. Maybe it feels peaceful. Maybe it feels empowering and energizing. Noticing how you feel in this space, knowing that there's no right or wrong way to feel. This is your perfect world, your perfect environment. How do you feel in it? While you sit here, I invite you just to enjoy being present in whatever's arising for you, being present in this environment, what you're receiving from it, and how it makes you feel. And when you're ready, I invite you to stand up and you're gonna walk to your home now. In this world, I invite you to see a town, or maybe it's a city, where your home is. Maybe it's a village. And I invite you to walk there, noticing as you walk what you pass through, what kind of environments you're passing through and by. Is anything brushing up against you as you walk to your home? And when you get to your home, I invite you to look at it for a moment. What does it look like? This is your perfect world. It can look however you want it to look. And when you're ready, I invite you to step into your house, into your home. Look around for a moment and then begin your day. What would you like to do here? In your home, in these feelings, what do you do? Let your intuition guide you. On the perfect day, what would you be doing? How would you be spending that day? Notice as you go how all of these activities make you feel. Allow yourself to be filled up by doing what you feel passionate about. Maybe you stay in your home for this full meditation, or maybe you go out into the town or into the city or into an environment, into nature. Notice what you do there, what activities you do there. Are you by yourself or are you interacting with people? Just witness and observe anything that comes up. Let your intuition guide you. When you're ready, I invite you to return back to that first environment. Maybe you walk out of your house, out of the village, back to the place where you started. I invite you to sit back down in this environment and just reflect on your day. Reflect on the activities that you did. Reflect on how you felt. Reflect on how this world made you feel. Reflect on what this world is rooted in. What energies, what emotions, what feelings. And when you're ready, you can hop back into your rainbow tunnel, taking one last look back at this beautiful world and environment that's always within you. And you can walk back through the rainbow tunnel and come back into your body, starting to become aware of the ground beneath you, becoming aware of any sounds in your physical environment here and now. Welcoming some motion back into your fingers and back into your toes. And when you're ready, you can slowly blink your eyes open, taking all the time you need. And then grabbing your journal and your pen. With your journal, I invite you to write, I create a world of, and then from there start writing the feelings, the emotions, the energies that you felt in this world. Whether it felt peaceful or calm or energizing or like there was no pressure. Start writing down what this world embodied, what it felt like, how it made you feel. I create a world of, and then all that you felt in this place. When I did this meditation, one of the main things that came up for me in the world that I was creating was a place where there was no pressure for anybody to have to do something in a certain amount of time, or no pressure to be a certain way by a certain age. It's very freeing. Letting yourself write down whatever you felt, whatever this world of yours embodied. How did it hold you in this space, and what energies did it hold you? And when you're done with that section, knowing that you can always return back to it or take all the time you need, the next section is, I invite you to write by/through, and then write down what you were doing. What did you do in your home? What did you do in the town? What activities were you doing? And just write them all down. What did you do in that perfect day? Did you interact with people? Were you by yourself? The first time I did this meditation, I was in Greece and I was going to all the small businesses and buying flowers and buying pastries and giving them to the different people in the town. But the second time I did this meditation, I was alone in a meadow and I was just journaling with all the bees and the flowers by myself. That was what I was doing. What you did, what your activities were, how you spent your time is going to be so beautifully unique for you, and it's perfect. Whatever you visualized is perfect. When you're ready, I invite you to take all the time you need. You can always return back to writing and back to journaling or back to this meditation. I invite you to look at what you wrote for a moment. I create a world of what you wrote, by/through what you wrote. Right there on this page, on this piece of paper, right there is your life mission right now. Sometimes we may think our life mission has to be directly correlated with our job or our passions or our career, but sometimes our life mission is much simpler. It's our gifts and it's how we show up in the world. And the beautiful thing is what we crave the most when we enter our ideal world, the way it feels, which is often what we crave our world to feel like, is actually the gifts that we have to offer the world. What you visualized, the energies you visualized, how this world made you feel, you have that gift to be able to create that energy around you for yourself and others. When I think about this, it blows my mind because when I do it, I think of this beautiful world and these energies that I really would love to embody on a day-to-day basis, and realizing that I have the power to do that and to hold those energies in that space for myself and others. Oh, it's mind-blowing. It's magical. And then the activities that you did, that's how you can create that world right now. Maybe you were interacting with people, or maybe it was just being very present with life by yourself. As you look at this life mission statement, I invite you to ask yourself, how can I bring 1% more of this energy and 1% more of these activities into my life? Now, the first time I did this life mission statement, I was in Greece and I was interacting with a lot of people in the middle of a pandemic. So how I could bring this energy 1% into my life was interacting with people virtually. Being able to create opportunities for people and love on them and share with them and hold spaces for them. That was how I was able to bring 1% of that life mission into my day today. And then the second time I did this meditation and I was in a meadow, my life mission was to be fully present, to be with nature, to be with myself. That was a beautiful call to spend more time outside. And now I can bring 1% more of that life mission into my life by being fully present outside, going out for walks, going to the park, being in nature. Your life mission doesn't need to be the same throughout your whole life. It can evolve and shift with you. But it always comes from your unique gifts and your unique vision. Taking a deep breath, holding this in. Noticing that our life mission can be a lot simpler than sometimes we try to make it. When you're ready, I invite you to place your journal and pen to the side. If you'd like to grab a glass of water, or just take a deep breath in. We'll go ahead and get started in our yoga flow today. So now that we're clear on our life mission or have more clarity around our beautiful, unique gifts, now we're going to play in that energy. I invite you as we go about our practice today to enjoy the energy that you just experienced in your meditation. in the Life Mission meditation, knowing that if your mind wandered out of the meditation at any time, that's okay. That's what our mind does. It's really good at that. Just knowing that whatever you received was perfect and exactly what you were meant to receive today. So as we sit here, I invite you to place your hands on your shins. And on your inhale, you're going to open and expand your chest. As you exhale, you're going to curve your spine, drawing your belly back, rounding your spine. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale and exhale, going at the pace of your breath. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you just stay in your low back today if it feels good, or maybe you're doing the full movement, letting your neck and your head rest with you and move with you. And we'll do this just for about a minute. Beautiful. Now letting your hands rest on your shoulders, you're gonna drop your fingers to the front of your shoulders and your thumb wraps around the back. And on your inhale, you're going to twist to the left. And on your exhale, you're gonna twist to the right. Breathing through your nose. Inhale to the left, exhale to the right. And as you do this, I invite you to say the mantra Sat Nam. So inhaling Sat to the left, exhaling Nam to the right. Sat Nam, Sat Nam. You can either say this aloud or in your head, whatever feels good for you. Letting your head, your neck naturally follow your torso. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. We'll do this for about 30 more seconds. Following your breath, inhaling to the left, exhaling to the right. Getting your body nice and warm. Ten more seconds. Beautiful, and let your hands rest down. On your next inhale, I invite you to take your left hand to your right knee and bring your right hand onto the ground right behind your bottom. Inhale, find length in your spine, and exhale, you're going to twist from your rib cage, from your torso, letting your head just gently follow your twist. Breathing in here, pushing down through your back hand to pull out of your shoulder, so dropping your right shoulder away from your ear. Gently twisting here for our first twist today. And on your next inhale, you can unwind your twist. Bring your right hand to your left knee, your left hand placed behind you on the ground, behind your bottom. Inhale, find length in your spine, and exhale, twist from your torso, from your rib cage, letting your neck just gently follow your twist. We don't want to strain our neck today, twisting from our rib cage instead. And breathe here. Find length in your spine on your twist. When we twist, we're resetting our energy. We're kind of twisting out any stuck energy so that we can fully embody our life mission here in our day-to-day life, no matter what our life looks like right now. And on your next inhale, unwind your twist. Beautiful. Inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky, place your right hand on the ground beside you, and exhale, bend down into a side stretch. Maybe you come down onto your elbow if that's accessible for you today, or maybe you just keep your right arm straight, finding a nice stretch here. Inhaling, looking under your arm, looking up to the sky with a slight twist as you open your chest up as you bend to the side. And inhale, straighten up. Take a nice big exhale. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Left hand is placed by your side. And exhale, gently bend to the side. Stretching into your side body. Inhaling, opening your chest up to the sky as you look under your arm. On each inhale, finding a little bit more length in your side body. On each exhale, bending a little bit deeper into your stretch. And on your next inhale, push back up to a seated position, and we'll roll over onto your hands and knees for cat and cow. So rolling over onto your hands and knees, placing your hands shoulder width apart and your knees hip width apart. On your inhale, drop your belly down, shine your heart forwards. Exhale, draw your spine up to the sky, drawing your navel up and letting your back round. Inhale, shine your heart forwards, drop your belly down. Exhale, draw your spine up, finding that curve in your back as your head relaxes. And we'll do this at your own speed, at the own pace of your breath, inhaling for cow, exhaling for cat. Finding some fluid motion here. We did a lot of breath work today to get your energy moving. So letting your body just fluidly move in the way it wants to. Maybe your hips rock side to side. Maybe you do hip circles. Beautiful. On your next inhale, you're going to reach your right arm up to the sky. Reach it up, feel that slight stretch in your side body. And as you exhale, you're going to thread your arm under your body to the left and place your right shoulder down, grabbing your left and right hand together to deepen into your twist here. Keep your hips neutral, both pointed up to the sky as you twist from your rib cage and your torso with your right cheek on the ground. And breathe. On your next inhale, plant your left hand on the ground, pull yourself back up, reach your right arm up to the sky to untwist and come back into your tabletop. Inhale, reach your left arm up, thread it through your right arm to place your left shoulder on the floor, your left cheek on the floor. Grab your hands together and gently pull your left shoulder and your left arm out from under you. Just very gently. They're still planted on the floor. Gently pulling it away though so that you can deepen into your twist. Being mindful not to put any pressure and not to pull directly on your shoulder itself, but taking your body into the twist, taking your torso, your rib cage into this twist. And as you breathe here, consciously letting go of anything that no longer serves you, anything that might be holding you back from stepping into your fullest life mission here in the now. Maybe their beliefs or thoughts, just letting them slowly twist out of your body. On your next inhale, plant your right hand on the ground, reach your left arm up to the sky to untwist, and come back into your tabletop. Tuck your toes under, push back into downward facing dog, and find your breath here. On your inhale, rotate your upper arms out and under, just like you're opening a jar lid. So your hands stay planted, but you're opening your upper arms out and under, so your elbows are pointed towards your knees. And as you exhale, send your hips a little higher into the sky, up towards the crease where the back wall and the ceiling meet. Inhale, push down through the webbing of all 10 fingers. Exhale, find length in your hamstrings. Drop them down as your heels draw a little closer to the ground. One more inhale and exhale here. On your next inhale, look forwards towards the top of your mat. Step your feet in between your hands. Bring your body up slightly for a halfway lift with a flat back coming to the tips of your fingers. And exhale, forward fold. Gently stretch into here. Maybe you bend one leg and then the other. Notice how your hips are feeling today. Honor wherever they are. Honor your hamstrings, your low back. My low back is super tight this morning. On your next inhale, bend your knees generously to come up with a flat back. Reach your arms up to the sky and bring them down to prayer to the heart. As you stand here, you can let your arms fall down by your side. Rock forwards and back on your feet. Rock forward onto the balls of your toes. Rock back onto your heels. Notice how your weight shifts back and forth today. As you shift your weight back and forth, notice how much control you have over your body. Sometimes in life, it can feel like life is out of control or like we don't have control. But we always are able to respond and shift with anything that comes our way. And we can do that with so much strength and empowerment. So as you shift your weight back and forth, notice how you're responding to those shifts in your body. You respond, you shift, and you're able to do that with strength, unless you almost fall over like I am. Planting your feet firm onto the ground, all four corners of your feet pressing down. I invite you to bring a slight bend into your knees. Draw your hip bones up towards your navel so that your tailbone drops down. Knit your ribs together or zip your ribs up, whichever visualization feels better for you, and open your chest here, keeping your ribs together. Draw your shoulders down and back. Let your chest be open. And tuck your chin just slightly back so that you have length in the back of your head. Notice how strong you are here. This might be one of the simplest poses that we do, but it's also the pose that has the most strength. With your muscles both being engaged and relaxed. On your next inhale, sweep your arms out and up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands through prayer to the heart, flat back to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank. And you're gonna drop your knees as you bend your elbows in towards your body, dropping your chin and your chest to the ground, and then swiveling your hips back down. On your next inhale, you're gonna press the tops of your feet and your hip bones into the ground and peel your upper back off the ground, keeping your lower back very strong, very straight. And with your hands, find traction on your mat or on the ground and just draw your hands back so that you pull yourself out from your lower back and can open up your upper back and your shoulders. Beautiful. Take a deep breath here. Feel your chest opening. And exhale, lower back down. Plant your hands to press back up into a tabletop. Tuck your toes into downward facing dog and breathe. When we explore our life mission, we get to, or we're invited to explore, integrate, and embody both our strength and our vulnerability. It takes not only courage, but also vulnerability to explore all the aspects and expressions of ourselves and to embody them in our life. It's not easy. And just taking a moment in your downward facing dog to celebrate yourself with everything that you're doing, all of your efforts, everything you've achieved, everything you've learned. You're truly amazing. And so is your life, no matter how it looks. On your next inhale, look to the front of your mat, step your feet forwards between your hands. Halfway lift with a flat back, coming to the tips of your fingers. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees generously, sweep your arms out and up to the sky, stand up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer to the heart. On your next inhale, you're gonna step your feet together, toes and heels together. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, bend into your knees, drop your bottom and your hips down, and bring your weight into your heels for chair. Feel your rib cage, feel your belly, draw in and up, engage your core here. Breathe, find length in your spine as you drop your hips a little closer to the ground. And exhale, bring your hands through prayer to the heart to bend forward into your forward fold. Dropping your hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank. Option to come down onto your knees and into your baby cobra like we just did, or you can come into your chaturanga. I invite you to bend your knees, bend your elbows in towards your body, bring your torso down into a push-up, and then you're going to send your body forwards and up into your upward facing down dog. Coming onto the tops of your toes, find length in your lower back as you open your chest, and exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. Oh, beautiful. Take a nice deep breath here. On your next inhale, step your right foot forwards between your feet, just your right foot. Drop your back heel down, turn your back toes out 45 degrees. Bring your front heel and your back heel into alignment. On your inhale, send your arms up to the sky for a warrior one. Take a nice deep breath in, both hips pointed forwards. Exhale, plant your hands back down to frame your foot. Pivot onto your back foot, step back into plank. And doing one more chaturanga here, whether you're dropping your knees and coming onto your belly, or coming into your push-up position to push up into upward facing dog. Whatever feels good on your body today, knowing that you can also just chill in child's pose. Take a nice deep breath out as you're in your downward facing dog. Meet in here with whatever variation you chose. On your next inhale, step your left leg between your hands. Come down onto the ball of your back foot, onto the heel of your back foot. Send your arms up to the sky. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, frame your foot, step back. And then coming back into your chaturanga, whether you're doing cobra or upward facing dog, or just coming into a child's pose. And meeting back in downward facing dog. Beautiful. When you're back in your downward facing dog, step your feet in just a little bit, just about like 1 foot in. And you're going to take your left hand and grab onto the outside of your right foot. And look under your right arm for a gentle twist here. Left hand to right foot, looking under your right arm up to the sky, and breathe. On your inhale, finding length in your spine. On your exhale, twisting a bit deeper. And on your next inhale, untwist, plant your left hand back down on the ground, and take a deep breath. On your next exhale, grab your right hand to the outside of your left leg and look up to the sky under your left arm for a twist. Pressing down through the palm of your left hand. Pressing down through the webbing of all 5 fingers. Keeping your hips neutral, both pointed forwards. And on your next inhale, untwist to plant your right hand back down. And let's take a child's pose. Dropping your knees, dropping your forehead to the ground, opening your knees out, and just breathing here. Noticing how your body's feeling, honoring your body today. Honoring that the poses we do not need to look perfect or be perfect. It's about being in relationship, moving with your breath and your body, and just being here and showing up. That's all that matters. On your next inhale, come back into a tabletop position. Tuck your toes under to push back into downward facing dog. On your inhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. Pivot your back toes out 45 degrees. Bring your front heel and your back heel into alignment. And send your arms up to the sky for your warrior one. Now, if this is feeling a little tight on your hips, you can step your front foot out to the right side a bit more to create more space in your hips. Whatever's feeling good on your body. And breathe here. Draw your right hip back and your left hip forwards. And draw both hip bones up towards your navel so that your stomach comes off of your front thigh. Make a little bit more space in your front thigh, in your front hip crease. And breathe. On your next inhale, you're going to take your right hand, you're going to send it out to the side, and you're going to place the back of your palm or the back of your hand against your low back. Take your left hand down to your right knee, and we'll do a gentle twist here. Gently twisting to the right. As you exhale, begin your twist. You might not be able to go very far, I can't either. Very gently twisting here, feeling the stretch in your left leg, twisting from your torso. And breathe. On your next inhale, unwind your twist. We're gonna grab on your right hand onto your left arm, right above your elbow. So you can see here, grabbing right hand behind your back, right above your left elbow. And we're gonna do a humble warrior. So I'm gonna shift my feet just slightly. I'm gonna step my right foot out. You can keep your legs in heel to heel alignment if it feels good for you. And on your inhale, you're going to drop your belly down, dropping your shoulders down. Bring your right knee and your right shoulder together for a humble warrior. And breathe. Keeping your hips neutral, drawing your right leg in towards the midline of your body. And on your next inhale, coming back to a standing position. Drop your hands down to the ground, pivot onto the ball of your back foot, and step back into your downward facing dog. And breathe. Beautiful. On your next inhale, step your left leg forwards between your hands. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So coming up into your warrior one, sending your arms up to the sky, squaring off your hips, bring your belly up to create space in your left hip flexor or in your left hip. Beautiful. If you feel like there's too much of a stretch in your back heel, stepping your left foot out to the side, getting a little bit more space. On your next inhale, you're going to take your left hand, sweep it back and around so that the back of your hand is against your lower back. Take your right hand to your left knee, and on your exhale, gently twisting to the left. Bending into that front leg, feeling the strength in your legs as you twist from your torso. Breathing in and breathing out. On your next inhale, unwind your twist. Grab your left hand right above your right elbow and send your heart down to the ground for your humble warrior. Bring your left knee and your left shoulder to press together, keeping your hips square to the front of your mat, and breathe as you bend into your front knee. Press down through all four corners of your feet as you take a moment of surrender here. Letting yourself release and reset. On your next inhale, coming back up to standing, sending your arms up to the sky, sending them down to the ground to frame your front foot, and stepping back. You can either go through your chaturanga flow, or you can just come down into child's pose, whatever feels good for you. I'm going to come down into baby cobra, so bring my chest to the ground. Inhaling to peel the top of my upper back off the ground. Exhaling to come back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Meeting back in downward facing dog here. I invite you to inhale, send your right leg up to the sky for three-legged dog. Maybe you open your hip, bending your knee. Maybe bring in some leg circles here. Whatever feels good for your body. On your next inhale, you're going to send that right leg through to the center of your hands. And in your high lunge here, firing up your back leg, coming onto the ball of your back toes, maybe bending slightly into your back leg. You're going to send your arms up to the sky. Ooh, feel the strength in your legs. Feel both hip bones drop up towards your navel to create some spaces in your front leg. Feel that stretch in your back leg and breathe. You're doing so wonderfully, so wonderfully. Good. On your next inhale, deepen into that bend in your back leg, and you're going to hop your back foot in about a foot. So there's about 1.5 feet between both your front leg and your back leg. Bring your heel to heel alignment. Your front toes are pointed forwards. Your back toes are pointed 45 degrees out. Placing your hands on your hips, I invite you to find length in your spine on your inhale. And on your exhale, you're going to take a flat back to fold halfway down, folding from your pelvis, from your hips. And then on your exhale, you're going to drop your hands down to the ground. Let your head relax. Keep both hip points pointed forwards. Shift your weight evenly between your feet. Just let yourself chill here. Breathing in and breathing out. On your next inhale, bring your hands to your hips. With a flat back, rise up to standing. Whew, beautiful. And you're going to step your back foot back into your high lunge. Bring your hands back down to the ground and step back into your downward facing dog. Breathe. Feel your upper arms rotate out and under to support you here. On your next inhale, send your left leg up to the sky for three-legged dog. Maybe you open your hip. Maybe you bring in some hip circles. Maybe your hips crack a lot like mine are. When you're ready, coming back into a neutral hip position, sending your left leg up to the sky. On your next exhale, bring your leg in between your hands. Fire up your back leg, coming onto the ball of your back toes. Bring a slight bend into your back knee as you push yourself up into your high crescent lunge. Reach your arms up to the sky. Draw your right hip forwards, your left hip back. Tilt your pelvis and your hips up so that you can feel that stretch in your back leg. Drawing up and out of your pelvis as you bend into your front knee. Beautiful, and breathe here. We won't stay here for long. You got this. Just feel how strong you are. If you can be here in this pose, you can totally embody your life mission. Just think how amazingly strong and empowered you are. Feel that strength. And on your next exhale, hop your back foot in about a foot. So you have about a foot and a half between both feet. Right toes are pointed out 45 degrees. You're in a heel to heel alignment. Place your hands on your hips. Draw your right hip forwards, your left hip back. On an inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, fold forwards from your hips, from your pelvis for halfway. And then relax your hands down to the ground. Let your head follow. Shifting your weight evenly between both feet. Drawing your left hip back and your right hip forwards. As you breathe and relax here, on your inhale, find length in your spine. And on your exhale, fold a little deeper. Surrendering that in our strength, we can also be vulnerable. in the strength of our high lunge and the strength of embodying our life mission, we can also be humble. We can be vulnerable. We can feel all the feels. That's part of this beautiful life. And breathe. On your next inhale, bring your hands to your hips. Find strength in your legs as you come back up to standing position. Step your back foot back into your high lunge. Bring your hands down to the ground. Step back into your downward facing dog and drop your knees for child's pose. Sitting back on your heels, resting your forehead on the ground and breathe. As you breathe here in your child's pose, I invite you to take ocean's breath or Ujjayi breathing. So I invite you to restrict the back of your throat as you inhale and restrict the back of your throat as you exhale. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. And as you do this, maybe you hear a whooshing or a whispering sound, a whistling sound in your ears, just like you would holding a shell up to your ear or being at the ocean. As you do this breath, it's just like if you were to try to fog up a mirror. If you were to breathe out through your mouth and fog up a mirror, it's that same motion in your throat, just out through your nose. When you're ready, you can come back up into a seated position. And now we're gonna take a really fun twist. I've been so excited to do this twist all day and to share this twist with you. So I invite you to sit on your heels. I'm gonna face you so that you can see me better, but you can face whichever direction on your mat feels good for you. I invite you to sit your hips over to the left side. Your right foot is going to tuck on top of your left foot. So here, I'm gonna sit to the side to show you real quick. So as your hips are seated to the side, both knees are pointed forwards, and your right foot is just gonna gently tuck over your left. Tuck right over the arch of your left foot. Beautiful. As you sit here, I invite you to take your left hand forwards, palm down. You're gonna send it out to the side behind your back, just like we did with Warrior One, with the back of your hand against your lower back. And I invite you to take your right hand over to your left knee, and we're just going to gently twist, opening your heart, opening your chest to the left. As you twist here, rooted in your left sit bones, I invite you to find length on your right side. So we're not compressing too much to the right. Find length on your right side and slowly bring your left arm, bring your elbow closer into your rib cage. So we're slowly winding your left arm around your body so that eventually the back of your hand is touching your side instead of your low back. And breathe here in this twist. Bring in your Ujjayi breathing. Beautiful, and on your next inhale, you can unwind your twist. We're gonna take the bind here. So I invite you, just like we did in Warrior One, taking your hand behind your back, your left hand behind your back. This time we're gonna grab your left hand to your right arm, right above your elbow. Yeah, beautiful. And we're gonna take your right hand and we're gonna place it right between your knees. So the back of your right hand is pressing against your right knee. Find length in your spine. Don't worry how this pose looks or if it's perfect. Just show up for whatever is happening in your body right now. Find an inhale, lengthen your spine. On your exhale, we're gonna twist to the left, pressing your right hand into your right knee to help you twist. Just going as far as it feels good for you today. And bringing your head now to gently rest over your right shoulder. Find length in your spine here as you twist, so you're looking in the opposite direction. And I invite you just feel into a moment, feel what this feels like. I feel like a mermaid when I do this. I feel like royalty or a princess or a mermaid. And as you do this, as you open your heart in this twist, I invite you to just embrace that regalness or that authority that comes with this position. You have the autonomy and the authority to always step into your life mission, to always be you in your fullest expression. That is your right. And just own it for a moment here. If it feels good for you, you can try the full version of this twist, which is to take your right hand and bring it, the back of your right hand to pressing against your left knee instead of your right. And then working, your hand might unbind here like mine is. I can't do the full twist. Working your right hand under your left knee to press the palm of your right hand into the ground. Whew. You can try this if it feels good for you. If you unbind, that is okay. I'm unbinding too. Feel your left shoulder blade pressing into your chest. And just take a moment here to breathe through your Ujjayi breath, noticing how this twist feels. And on your next inhale, you can release your twist. I invite you to take your hands over to your right side. You're gonna walk your hands over to the right, come up onto your knees, keeping your feet where they are, coming onto the balls of your toes, and we're gonna do a little swivel. So swiveling here, going up onto the balls of your feet, pivoting yourself around, and then setting your knees back down to sit down onto the right side this time. Whether that swivel worked or not, it's okay, both is beautiful. Just a fun thing to try as a transition here. Resting both knees facing forwards. Your left foot this time is tucked on top of the arch of your right foot. Taking your right hand back behind you, the palm of your hand to your low back, your left hand to the outside of your right knee. We'll go ahead and just do the first variation of this twist, which is to exhale and twist here, slowly working your right elbow into your ribs so that your right hand comes and pops off on your left side. And breathe. Find length in your left side here as you twist, rooting down through your right sits bones. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On your next inhale, unwind your twist. Take your bind, so grabbing your right hand to your left arm, right above your left elbow. Working the back of your left hand in between your knees, so it's pushing against your left knee. And on your exhale, taking your twist here, opening your heart. Push your right shoulder blade in towards your chest and glance over your left shoulder. Embracing that regal mermaid autonomy empowerment that comes with this pose and that comes with being in your truth. You got this. Maybe you try the full variation of this twist where you're taking the back of your left hand to your right knee and slowly working your fingers under that knee. Whether you unbind or stay in your bind, both are beautiful. Working your left palm down. I have a little bit more mobility in the side of my back. Find length in your spine and just breathe into your Ujjayi breath. Enjoying this pose. Twisting out anything that doesn't serve you, if there's a belief or a thought or something inhibiting you from feeling fully fulfilled in your truth, regardless of what life looks around you, feeling fulfilled from inside you. Then I invite you to let it just twist out in this pose. Let it go as you embrace your empowerment here. You have the power to do that. You get to choose what you hold on to and what you release. On your next inhale, unwinding from your twist. Walking your hands over to the left side, coming up onto your knees, up onto the balls of your feet, doing your little shimmy twist around. And this time we're just gonna sit down onto your bottom, bring the balls of your feet together, taking a butterfly here, and sending your nose down to the ground for a forward fold. Ooh. Feel that stretch in your hips. As you're evenly stretching them out now after that wonderful twist. And breathe. Feel as you relax your head forwards, relaxing your spine forwards. Feel your leg muscles slowly push your legs down to get a nice stretch in your hamstrings and your lower back. Oh, not quite your hamstrings, your lower back, sorry about that. Beautiful. Coming back up to a seated position. I invite you to open both legs out to the side for a wide leg forward fold. Opening both legs out, walking your hands slowly forwards, bending first from your hips and your pelvis, and then resting your body fully down. Letting your toes slowly come in. We're not going to try to open and turn out your legs here. Let them just slowly fall in while still pointing to the sky. And slowly work your chest to the ground. Beautiful. On your next inhale, walk your hands back up. Bring your legs together. We're going to cross your legs, come back up onto your knees, and open your knees out to the edges of your mat. So they're open about 45 degrees, sitting down on your heels. Bring your hands to set them behind you, pointed back, your fingers pointed back. I invite you to tuck your bottom under, drawing your hip bones up towards your navel. And if this is feeling good here, opening your chest, you could stay here, or you can come down onto your elbows. Opening your chest, feeling that stretch across the top of your thighs. And if this is feeling good, you could come all the way down onto your back. Honor your body today with where it is. There's no right or wrong way to be here in this hero's pose, whether you're up on your hands, on your elbows, or on your back is perfect. And I invite you to just chill here for a moment, whichever variation you're taking. Let your chest open, feel the stretch on the top of your thighs, and let your body slowly relax. We did a lot of things both on our right side and our left side, so we're just evening ourselves out a bit here. Stretching into both. On your next inhale, you can walk yourself either back up onto your elbows or back up onto your hands. Open your chest and walk forwards to sit back onto your bottom. Cross legs. Bring your knees up into a tabletop position for boat. So bringing your legs to a tabletop, drawing your belly button in to engage your core. If it feels good for you, you can straighten your legs and then bring them back down to the ground. Slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Beautiful. Hug your knees into your chest. Give your low back a little bit of massage here, rocking forwards and back. And I invite you to grab onto the inside arches of your feet with your hands. Sending your heels to the sky. Bend your knees down to the ground for happy baby. I love this pose so much. I don't know why. It's just such a nice hip opener. Relax into your happy baby here. Pushing your feet into your hands so that you can straighten out your tailbone so that your whole back is on the ground. And let your knees draw down, letting them fall closer and closer to the ground as you stretch. Breathe here. Beautiful. Send your legs fully down to the ground. Let your hands rest by your side, palms to the sky. Maybe you shimmy your shoulders a little bit under you. Let yourself relax. As you lay here, I'm going to sit up so I can play some music for you for our last Shavasana here. Breathing in and breathing out. The next 2 minutes here are yours. to relax, to reset. We did a lot of beautiful work today, both in your life mission and in releasing through our twists. When you're ready, you can find your way onto your right side into a fetus position, bending your knees in towards your chest, resting your head on your extended right arm. Taking a nice deep breath here, just preparing yourself to move. Honoring your body. And when you're ready, you can push yourself back up into a seated position. Taking all the time you need. I invite you to place your hands at heart center and just acknowledge your practice today. Acknowledge your body, your mind, your soul. Acknowledge that you showed up today and that was perfect. Right there, that's the important part of your practice. Acknowledge all the inner work you did today, both in clarifying your life mission and in all the twists we did. I want to thank you for practicing here with me, for being in this class and sharing this space with you. Namaste.